What happened? See, I haven't heard.
Start on hole 7 and then or hole 5 and then.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Not good. That sucks, man. Well, we knew it was going to happen, unfortunately. That's a shame. That sucks, man. Sorry, bud. Sorry, man. Okay, Jack, you got a AAA at 950 at 9:55.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Right. Jalen will be there at 1. No, Wes and okay, here's what's going to happen. Wes and Chris are not going to be here. I sent you an email with the Shed Surratt interview. Can you rip that and put it on Box Pro? We got to play it at 10:15. We're going to do we're going to take the 10 o'clock first segment at 10 o'clock here. We're going to play the 10:15 Shed Surratt interview. Then we're going to come back at 10:30. We'll have either Wes or Chris on the phone with us. And then Jack and I will wrap up the 10 o'clock hour here from 10:45 to 11. And then we're going to have those guys on the phone between 11 and 12 because they're out of the 7-on-7 camp. Make sense? We'll walk through it. Again, 10 o'clock, we'll do the first segment, Jack and I. 10:15, we'll run that Shed Surratt that you're going to pull from that email I sent you I forwarded to you from Chris Clark. 10:30, we'll have either Chris or Wes on the phone. Then 10:45, Jack and I will wrap up the Garden Trust Hour here.
Okay.
Oh, did you got it already? Thank you, sir. Thanks, man.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, Chris or Wes will do it. Hanging at Pro Swing. Terry Ford, Jack Veltri. Tyler will be back next week. Celebrating the first day of the U.S. Open at Shinnecock. We'll talk more about that. Also today, every hour we got some Father's Day stuff to give away. I believe this hour's Fireflies tickets. Jack Veltri, I have to double check the email I sent to myself.
That's pretty good.
But we got some Firefly tickets to give away. We'll do that between now and 10 o'clock. Then we have some concert tickets in the 11 and 12 o'clock hour. So we'll be ready to roll. Celebrating dads. Father's Day stuff. So that is what we'll be doing all day. And thanks to Jeannie, our promotion guru, for getting that set up for us. Also, tomorrow, we are not here. It's a corporate holiday for the people that own us, Cumulus Media. So we'll be running Westwood One Sports Radio, but between 3 and 6, for a viewing party, British Bulldog, Jay Phillips, Elijah Campbell will be there. And go hang and watch USA and Australia at the British Bulldog. I went there last night. I haven't been there yet. Went there to check the lay of the land. The place is cool, man.
Where's it at? I've never been there.
If you're going down Harbison, I think you turn left on Bauer and you slide through, you see the big fancy shopping center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right in there. With the movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there, man.
I was over there yesterday.
So the Bulldog, if you see the cinemas and you're driving up there on the right hand side, the Bulldog is.
There's so many restaurants over
It's
there.
crazy over there.
Yeah.
So Jay and Elijah will be there tomorrow, 3 to 6, to watch the United States and Australia. All right, so I want to just kind of dig into this a little bit with you. Okay, a lot have been said this week. Chris and Wes have been talking about what's been going on with recruiting in South Carolina. And so far, there have been some guys, and I got the list right in front of me. Trey Segura yesterday or the day before. It was Tuesday. Yeah, this week's been a blur. Tuesday, local kid, Segura. Father went to South Carolina. verbal to Elliott. I get it. They're printing money with Lane Kiffin's face. Kiffin, first year there. Kiffin is Lane Kiffin these days. And so I get that. But also South Carolina missing out on AJ Randall, Nate Kamba, Fred Arns, Jannard Albright, all these still are flip candidates later. And that's the thing. We saw, Walker, Trayvon Walker flip on Michigan. And South Carolina had struggled 4-8, and Walker still flipped, but he's a local
Hey,
candidate.
Julian Walker.
Julian Walker. I'm thinking about the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Or Jacksonville Jaguars. So Julian Walker flipped. And so you can flip despite having a bad season. Now, 2 years ago, remember, South Carolina's coming off that 5-7. Had a really good recruiting class, a lot of 4 stars. Nobody flipped. Or nobody left, right? They had the class strong. This year, so far, they haven't had as much success. It's early in the game. I don't want to make too much out of recruiting as we're sitting here in June. Because, again, you can flip guys. But is there a different vibe because of a 4-8? Because, all the – look at kids read social media. Is it more of, and the negative recruiting? It's look, hell, I'd probably negative recruiting. Is it the talk of, hey, their head coach might get fired? Hey, this guy, he's on a hot seat. Hey, you might go there and have to leave. Is that a real thing, Jack? Or in this world of nomadic grifters that has become athletes, how much of it means to a kid, okay, I'll go play at South Carolina, and if the coach gets fired, I'll just hit the portal, baby. So where are you at with this stuff?
I think it's those two factors plus one other big one.
Mm-hmm. Money.
Money. I would say I know this for a fact, but look, who's turning down good money, right? Money comes before everything.
No matter what people say.
Yes, some people are in it for the money. That's cool. If that's
okay.
That's your prerogative. That's awesome. Whatever. Whoever's the highest bidder, maybe that's where they end up. Right now, the other two factors you mentioned, the 4-8 season, Shane Beamer, on a lot of these hot seat lists. That's really it's South Carolina's coming off a bad season. The coach may get fired. There's some uncertainty there, man. And look, if they commit to whoever's committed to South Carolina right now, look, if Shane Beamer gets fired at the end of the season, it's going to be very similar to what we just saw with baseball, where a handful of these guys are going to be in the transfer portal, and the new coach that comes in is going to have their figure thing.
All this other stuff.
So I understand why guys aren't committing to South Carolina, especially when you factor in SEC competition out there you're going up against.
Right.
And it's more than just financials. Financials probably are a big part of it, but South Carolina can compete. They've won battles for top guys before, and
Walker's not showing up for free. Last time I checked,
you're giving Julian Walker a nice
a couple bags out of that deal.
So now I think the thing is, there's a lot of time to still flip these guys, and I think a big part of it will come down to what type of success does South Carolina have? If they are back to being a good program again, Shane Beamer's off the hot seat. So I think a lot of these kids do like Shane and what he's about, right? I think a lot of guys want to play for him. But the fact of the matter is the program's in a bad spot right now. And until they get things figured out, there's a lot of uncertainty as to the decisions these kids make. It's always uncertain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jaden Bryant, he was just going, and then he took a visit to South Carolina. Was going through workouts, and then bam, he commits to Miami later that night. I mean, it's so unpredictable these days to the point where commitments mean zip nada. And if Carolina has a good year, I fully anticipate some of these guys that are committed elsewhere to reconsider Carolina.
Because verbals are nothing, like you said, and it's even less of a nothing now. With the way this thing has gotten so crazy and so volatile, you throw in the money and all these other variables. That's what I was saying. I get fans get concerned because they're fans, and I understand it. But this thing has such a long way to go, and you never know. Remember, Nick Harbor didn't commit until the old school early signing day in February a few years ago.
Yeah.
So, this thing is, and look, I know that people follow it every day, every second, every minute. Well, where's that kid visiting? Who's on that kid's list? And I understand it. When you get a verbal, everybody goes, yeah. But even when you get a verbal, it doesn't.
It's never over.
Nothing is over.
Because guess what? These coaches don't just throw their hands up and are like, yeah, well, on to the next guy.
Right.
Like there's always the next guy out there. But the fact of the matter is, South Carolina, for these guys, like a Trey Cigar, for instance,
Yeah.
they're totally going to stay on.
A Cigar, a local kid, legacy.
He's
kind of
from
kid.
Burns.
Right.
Like his parents went here, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. Like they're going to stay on him until the very end. Until Penn's put the paper, man. I mean, look, commitment means nothing these days. So guys can flip in a heartbeat, change their mind. You just got to get it to signing day. Things can happen, man. So I wouldn't worry too much right now. Now, that said, if Carolina has a terrible season again and they go 4-8, well, you might be talking
Well,
about
you're most likely looking for a new head coach.
you might be talking about a whole new recruiting class that you're gonna have to rebuild up. So yeah, I mean, look, you hope they have a good season, so that way they can flip these guys back. But if not, well, then you might see these guys stick with their commitment or go elsewhere. So we'll see.
And those things could happen. But again, it's very early in the process.
It is.
And
It's only June.
right. So if you get off to a good start, you get some more momentum in the season, your season goes well, you get back to a bowl game, you're building all this more momentum, then, like you said, you can start flipping maybe some guys.
Exactly.
We are hanging here at Pro Swing. Dreamy Josh has started off his quest for a hole-in-one. Usually he plays Pebble Beach. I don't know if he's back at Pebble Beach again.
Does not.
Not this time.
Nah, does not.
I would play Pebble Beach every time because I just want to be at Pebble Beach
Love to be a Pebble Beach.
myself. No
You've
offense.
gotten 2 hole-in-ones there already.
Oh, I'll listen to him now. He's telling me Pebble Beach.
Yeah, keep swinging over
Yeah,
there.
he's playing a par 3 somewhere is what he's doing this time. All right, so Dreamy Josh here, Genie's here. We're here at Pro Swing, kind of celebrating the start of major number 3, the U.S. Open at Shinnecock. Weather could be an issue. The course is going to be an issue. We talked about it. We'll get back into that conversation here in just a little bit. College football world spinning around. I want to get, you and I haven't gotten into this yet. Obviously on Capitol Hill, they're continuing the conversation of trying to push legislation through to help college athletics because they'd rather go that way and have Congress clean up their mess and obviously sit down and figure it out themselves. We'll get into that next. The professional leagues have jumped in on this a little bit. So we'll talk about that coming up. We are live from Pro Swing Extra Point. Terry Ford, Jack Veltri, Josh, Jeannie, David Dare back in the studio steering the ship. We are here till noon right now on the Extra Point here on the game. What is it? Can we bring the volume down? No, me up. Okay, I gotta see which one I'm on. Hold on, Dave. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
All right,
it.
Dave, is that better?
What's
Is that better?
Just talking points for
Yes, yes.
Sweet. Thanks.
Is that better? We are live here at Pro Swing Golf. We are live. All right, we're hanging here live at Pro Swing in Columbia. Wow. Yeah, move those for me, Josh. All right. How's that, Dave? How's that, Dave? Better? Huh? Oh, it's going crazy now. Hold on. There we go. Ever since I moved the cord, let me switch to another headset. Hold on. All right, how's that, Dave? There we go. All right, we'll just stick with this. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, okay, here it is.
Got it. Already got it.
Let's go. What shot was that? What number? Ah, sick.
Yeah. Well, before they leave. Are they good? This is like, oh, I guess they're changing. Yeah. It's hilarious. On Friday.
Mission Hills. Nice.
That just so can't it's not okay, maybe it isn't.
You received the trophy.
Okay, all right, so okay, so now.
All right, so what we gotta do in the 10, we'll do the first segment.
Yeah.
They have an interview with Sarai. Then we got Chris Wesley, 10:30, and you and I'll wrap it up.
Is it just one segment? Shed?
Yeah, that's all we got. Before we get it thing.
It's not, so.
They said it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Good.
Live at Pro Swing. We're rolling up until noon. Okay, we're going to get our first giveaway after Father's Day, Jack Veltri. Fireflies tickets. This is text to win on the Firehouse subtext line 803-446-100. Fireflies tickets, July 26th game, a pair of tickets to go see Kannapolis.
The Cannonballers. Is that right?
I think you got that right, man. The Cannonballers of Kannapolis.
Yeah, the
And
Cannonballers.
July 26th, just text baseball to 803-446-100. Baseball.
BASNBALL.
Look at you.
Gotta make sure everyone
Look
knows
at you, man. It's like a spelling bee.
Gotta help the folks out.
Yeah, you are there. You are there for the listener. I'm quite impressed with you. Baseball. Spell it again because I can't. I'm from Baltimore.
BASBALL in perfect cursive. You not
Look
get
at
that?
you go.
You not get that reference?
Look at you go.
You not get that reference?
I get it. I get you. Perfect
Billy,
person.
yeah, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, baby. Very underrated, Adam Sandler.
Yes, very good.
And Jeannie, our promotion guru, Jeannie will pull that off the text line. Again, baseball to 803-446-100 Firehouse subtext line. As we give away stuff to celebrate you, a dad, today on the Game Network. All right, so I found this interesting, Jack, in the ongoing saga that we have of college athletics gone haywire, dumpster fire, flipped upside down. Pick your term. Obviously, the world of college athletics is they're lobbyists, they're lobbying arms, lobbying by the reason you hired your new NCAA president, Charlie Baker, because he has connections on Capitol Hill. Your goal is to get a bill through Congress in some way, shape, or form, having federal legislation to try to get you back on the correct road. Now, again, good luck. It's never going to happen. It's just, there's just no way. One side is totally against certain parts of this bill. The other side of the aisle is totally against other parts of this bill. And this isn't about politics. I don't care. I don't care who you are. Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative. That's your bag, man. I don't care. But what is one side will be like, there's no way we're gonna vote for that. And the other side said, well, we're gonna vote for that. It's never gonna get through. It's never gonna get through. But what I find interesting is the NFL, the NFLPA, Major League Baseball, and the National Basketball Players Association have all sent statements to Congress supporting this Protect College Sports Act. But here's the one thing that they are talking about that I find very interesting. The NFL voiced its support for the voluntary pooling of media rights under the Sports Broadcasting Act. Basically, all of the world of college athletics pools their media rights, and they go as an entity to negotiate like the NFL does, Major League Baseball, the NHL, the NBA.
So having like a CBA.
Because professional sports pools their rights, right?
Yes.
Right now, the SEC has rights, the Big Ten has rights, the Big 12, the ACC. Now, the push is to, because if you pool your rights, in theory, you make more money.
Yeah.
But here's the but. If you're the SEC and the Big Ten, you don't need to smoke. Why are you pooling your rights? Why are you giving up your advantage that you have over the Big 12?
Why
ACC, and
would
everybody else?
why would Notre Dame give up its advantage with NBC?
That's the point. The point is,
It's never
the
gonna.
big dogs don't want to do this, and I totally understand. Because here's what it is: you're going to make more money as a collective, right?
Yeah.
But if you're the SEC and the Big Ten, now I'm giving more money to the Big 12 and the ACC and everybody
How's
else.
that price split?
Right.
Like, if it's equal for everyone, well, guess what? Then maybe
Yeah.
the SEC doesn't make as much as it should.
This is never going to work.
No,
Never.
no.
Ever. And look, it's one of these things. I see why the Big 12 and the ACC are before, but I also see why if I'm the Big 10 and the SEC, I'm like, oh, that ain't happening.
No.
We ain't doing that. And that's why this whole thing in general is not going to work. Because you're just not going to be able to get everybody to come to the table and agree to doing something like this. Because you know what college athletics has never done, Jack? It's never done what's best for the greater good of everybody.
No.
Ever. And it never will, Jack.
No.
Ever.
You can never get all these sides on the same page.
Well, because again, if I'm the SEC, I got it pretty good. If I'm the Big Ten, I got it pretty good. Why am I giving up my advantage? By the way, look at all the highest rated games on TV. Where are they coming from? SEC, Big Ten.
Exactly. The SEC, ever since they made the move to ESPN ABC, it seems like it's been a pretty lucrative deal for them.
I mean, so why am I, if I'm those two conferences and I'm pulling the train and I'm doing the heavy lifting and people want to watch my brands, why am I going, sure, let me jump in here and share some more of this, share the big pie with everybody? No, of course not. Because then you're going to say, well, we want it tiered. Well, then you got the same thing you got pretty much. So it's not going to work. But what I also think is interesting is the professional leagues are pushing that. And I think there's something else here. I think this is also interesting. Like the NFL, for example. I heard a couple of things. I don't know if this is real. Maybe it's just people yapping because they've had too many coronas. But you're hearing about there could be some rumbling in the NFL. They're concerned about all the NIL money that's going to college players. If you look at last year's NFL draft, the amount of underclassmen who declared for the NFL draft was down.
It is because they could potentially, unless you're like one of the first round picks, maybe even a second round pick, you can make more money in NIL.
Well, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah.
Diego Pavia is a great example of this. You and I have a better chance of starting in the NFL than Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
But Diego Pavia can make millions playing college football.
Now I know he got that UDFA deal with the Ravens. How much is he getting on that?
The only way Diego Pavia is going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL is A, he grows, and all of a sudden can make the throws he can't make. B, all of your other quarterbacks get hurt.
I was about to say somebody's got to kidnap Lamar Jackson.
Exactly. And so Diego Pavia is never going to be a starting quarterback. And that deal he got with the Ravens, he's going to get six figures, whatever he's getting. But
he would be making more right now
in college.
Which, hey, look, it's probably a big part of why you want to come back for another year.
Exactly. He knows to continue on to try to pull the gravy train. And so the NFL seeing less underclassmen because of NIL, because they can make more money. You make more money in NIL if you're a high-level college quarterback than if you're a fourth-round pick.
Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy to think about.
But here's the interesting one, and I don't believe this is going to happen. I think this is just a bunch of fertilizer coming out of Austin, Texas. Steve Sarkisian was talking about the other day. Arch Manning might not leave. He loves it here. He gets. Arch has great NIL deal. Arch has endorsements. By the way, is the Manning family broke? So Arch Manning is the conceivable scenario, which I think Arch goes in the NFL draft. He has a really good year as a first pick overall, most likely. But what if you run into a guy like this? This outlier, family doesn't need the money. He's got big NIL paycheck. He's getting real commercial endorsements. He's playing at a high level school. Fun place to be. Last time I checked, Austin, Texas. I mean, you can check some
You're
boxes.
gonna get drafted by a crappy team in the NFL.
Yeah,
It's like,
what if they at the University of Texas go play for the Jets?
expect to stay with the Longhorns.
I mean, so the NFL, and again, I've heard just a little peeping about this, that there could be concern as this moves forward. How does this affect the draft with the amount of bodies coming into the NFL draft? Because the NFL, remember, it's 3 years. It's not like the NBA. It's 3 years.
Yeah.
So you're getting an older player, a more experienced player. But if you're getting less of them now declaring, you're getting less of a draft pool. So maybe there will be something down the road where the NFL does get concerned about these ever-growing NIL deals. Just something to put in the back of your head.
It's something to think about because I think NIL has got to the point where it's getting a little bit out of control with like, how is it sustainable, right? Like, are we going to see guys making $20 million in a few years, right? Like, I mean, I don't know what Arch is making right now, but he's making a lot of money. So you have to think about that. But also, does the NFL have a bigger pool of draft capital for these teams to utilize and keep up? You know, let's say Arch is making let's say he's making like $10 million.
When you put all of it together.
Yeah, $10 million or something in the NFL. I don't know what the NFL draft pick gets, but he gets a lot of money, right? So is there a way to even it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, in the NFL, the deal is bigger because there's more years on the deal, right? Like an NFL, like a rookie deal, if you're a first round pick and you're a quarterback in the NFL, you're getting a 5-year deal. And it's guaranteed money. Now they after 3 years, they can renegotiate the deal. But in the NFL, a first round quarterback is getting a 5-year deal. So he's going to conceivably get more money with the NFL contract than if he's going to college year to year NIL.
I don't think necessarily. Now, if you're looking at the numbers, so Arch, you know, just look at Google search, $5.4 million estimated NIL valuation. Top NFL draft pick receives a fully guaranteed 4-year deal, approximately $57 million. So I don't think that's a great comparison. I think more so look at it from the third, fourth round.
That was a guy.
That's where you see it. So the better question is how can you even it out from that standpoint? Like if you're a third round pick and you're a quarterback or something at a good school like I don't know, like a Carson Beck, I think, for instance. Yeah, that's a good example
Let's
right
say he's
there.
making $4 million at the University of Miami. Was told he made $4 million.
He was making a lot of money. He's not making that with the Cardinals. So yeah, he had the option to go back to school. I'm sure he's going back. So that's the thing is that you're potentially making less money in the league, but it's also an opportunity to go pro. I mean, that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day, isn't it?
And here's the thing: that fourth, when you get into day 2 and day 3, let's say you're a really good college player and they love you on campus, you've been a starter for 3 years, whatever. You can conceivably make more money coming back to school for another year to try to up your draft stock than going to the NFL. But in totality, as you move along, you're going to make more money in your NFL career. So that's the balance you're going to do with a player, right? Can you come back for another year, make 7 figures on your NIL, and then up your draft stock by having a good season, and maybe you move yourself from a 4th rounder to a 3rd or 2nd rounder where you can make more money. It's a very interesting door that's been opened, though, as I guess what we're talking about when it comes to NIL for certain players who are good college players, but they don't, for whatever reason, grade out to be high drafted.
I mean, it wasn't like this 10 years ago. I mean, 10 years ago,
You went, man.
everyone's going to the draft after 3 years.
Well, let's say this: Lenore Sellers has been in the draft 5 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, we'll pop back in here on the extra points. We're live at Pro Swing. Josh is here, Jack, Terry Ford, Jeannie. We go up until 10. Then the Garden Trust Hour takes over here on the game.
How good was that Ohio State running back that just got kicked off the team? Was he expected to
Nah,
do anything? Okay.
that's why he got kicked off the team so fast.
I wouldn't. They didn't sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rules are great until it's like you're one of your best players.
That's right.
Then you got to sit back and go, like, there's a great story when Jimmy Johnson was the head coach in Dallas. They talked about, I can't remember if it was Emmett Smith or Troy Aikman, about one of them, falling asleep in a meeting, right? And he's like, well, what would you do? Well, I give him a pillow.
It's like, here's the action plan.
Yeah, now here,
Show 'em on Sunday.
what if it's a third round? What if it's your third string running back? A concept.
Yes, make an example out of it in that
Mhm.
voice.
hour almost of watching some 7-on-7. Any thoughts since the last time we talked to you during the Garden Trust Hour?
We should. Just.
If someone hasn't seen Jackson Ross play, because I mean, I'm guessing a good amount of our audience hasn't, they've probably heard of him through like you guys talking about his recruitment and things of that nature. Kind of give folks a little quick on-field bio of Ross.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn over to it's interested in help out here. I think that they were big. Just great. We're excited. All right, I'll shoot off there. Cool. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Wes Mitchell with us from the 7-on-7 camps at South Carolina. We are at Pro Swing during the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour. Terry Ford and for Tyler here on the game. All right, Wes, and again, as we get back, we had your last hour, so just kind of reset a little bit. Are there some other players that are on South Carolina's radar that you're checking out in these camps? Wes Mitchell with us from Gamecock Central at the 7-on-7s at South Carolina during the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour here on the game. We are live from Pro Swing Forest Drive in Columbia, kind of celebrating day one of the US Open, and we'll get you caught up on our final segment. All right, Wes, you know, Chris had the conversation with Shed Surratt earlier here in the hour, or earlier during the game, during the Garden Trust Hour. If we're sitting here looking at a depth chart of the offensive line going into the summer, I know we're not supposed to give depth charts, but if Wes Mitchell's putting together his, here's what I know depth chart from the offensive line right now as we speak, what would it be? All right, anything before we let you go, we'll get back into your 7-on-7s and writing all your stories. Anything we need to know about the 7-on-7s for the rest of the day? Wes Mitchell from the 7-on-7s, Gamecock with the takeover hour. Like always, my man, we appreciate you, bud. All right, we'll see you now. We are here at Pro Swing, Forest Drive in Columbia. We've got our buddy David Johnson on here in a minute to talk about all the cool things happening here at Pro Swing for Father's Day. Because Pro Swing's got a gift too for fathers. Typically, a lesson would cost you $95 here at Pro Swing. But between now and Sunday, you can get a gift certificate for dad for a $50 golf lesson. If your dad's a golfer, perfect gift from Pro Swing here on Forest Drive in Columbia. We'll come back talk to David. Also want to remind you that tomorrow we have a corporate holiday. Our little radio station's owned by this big, gigantic entity called Cumulus Media. It's a corporate holiday tomorrow. So we will be doing Westwood One Sports Radio from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. But, big, gigantic but here. Between 3 and 6 tomorrow at British Bulldog, Jay Phillips, Elijah Campbell, USA Australian watch party, viewing party for the big soccer match. Go check that out tomorrow. We'll come back, talk to David Johnson from Pro Swing, and also kind of get you caught up in the world of sports. What's happening? That's next here on the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour on the Game. Hey, man, you ready to jump on for a few minutes?
Sure.
Come on in, man. Grab that headset right here.
This one?
Yeah. Appreciate you having us out.
No, thank you guys for coming in.
No, man, it's great. Always good times. I mean, look at Josh. He's lost 5 pounds.
I mean, it's a good way to stay in shape.
I'm telling you. Absolutely. So which one do you pick to play?
Course wise,
Uh-huh.
it really just kind of depends on what I feel like for the day.
Mhm.
I mean, like when we have customers come in, they're kind of like, we ask them where they want to play. And
Mhm.
so you want to play somewhere recognizable, or you want to play somewhere that's wide open. Like,
Right.
oh, I want to play somewhere recognizable. It's like, man, these guys play on those courses. lessons, Dylan, he just sent me a text the other day of his new update again. That he's down to a 0. I'm
Really?
like, man, I'm just trying to get out of double digits, and he's down to a 0. But he comes in and plays in the machines a ton. And, anywhere in between, the very beginner novice to the actual stick that's here all the time, it's fun for anybody. And as you had mentioned a second ago, birthday parties, corporate events, we do things like that. And then lessons. You could go out there and try and figure out things on your own for so long. Sometimes it's good to have somebody with a little bit of knowledge.
Exactly.
And it's not me. I'm not the one telling you how to do it. I've had enough lessons to give you some pointers, but I'll leave those up to Dylan and Rhett to give you the real deal.
And these are Ledbetter certified. So
They
these
are.
aren't just like your neighbor's buddy who goes, hey, I saw this thing on YouTube.
That's absolutely right. They've been down to Florida to get a bunch of training. We got their certificates are actually on the wall right there for their level 1 and level 2. Been doing it for a few years. They went down there, got some great training with Ledbetter Academy and Robin down there. So it's been a godsend to us. It's been great to be able to share the game with people and get them better.
All right, if somebody wants to find out more about Pro Swing here, and you have another location too, not just one.
Absolutely. We've got one down in Chapin, right there at 105 Snapdragon Court. Opened up about 2023. Things been going great there. Looking to add a third bay there soon. Did some construction there recently, so it's going great.
All right, and ProSwingColumbia.com.
That's correct.
Hey, always thanks for letting us
Terry,
hang out, man.
fantastic
We're
time.
hanging out.
And I love watching Josh get some sweats on and try and get that hole in one. That's his second one. Try and get his second one.
That's right. We appreciate you, my friend. All right, real quick, U.S. Open. We're here because, again, the first day of the U.S. Open, the opening round in Shinnecock in New York is going on. Ludwig Aberg, who everybody thinks one day will win a major, right now is sitting at 2 under. Brooks Koepka is now 1 under. Sam Burns, Rory McIlroy, Patrick Reed, whole crew at 1 under. It's early. Most of these cats haven't even hit the turn yet, and it's a long 4 days at Shinnecock. So that's a little update there real quick. And before we get out of here, because it's almost time for us to blaze, the Big Ten and the SEC have put out a joint statement about the bill in Congress, and I know you'll be stunned by this. They don't support it. I know you're stunned by this revelation, that they are not down with the bill. And really the biggest reason, they don't want to pull the TV money, because Congress, part of this bill is to take the power conferences, and I guess the group of 5 as well, and pull the TV contract like they do in the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA. The SEC and Big Ten are going, whoa. Why do we want to do that? We like it just the way it is. We're done, David. Thanks a lot. We're here at Pro Swing. Thank Dreamy Josh and Jeannie and David Dare back at the studio. Jack Veltri, Chris West. Appreciate you for hanging out with us. Terry Ford, we are done with the Gamecock Central Takeover Hour. Bill Gunner in the halftime show next here on the Game Network, at the Game TV Radio and YouTube. See you. David Dare, sir. Appreciate it, my man. Thanks, Dave. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit. See you. Thanks, man.
No,
Always
thank you,
good,
man.
brother.
I love you
We
guys.
love having you, man.
Yes,
Always
yes,
love being
we
here.
love.
Thanks for having us. We always enjoy it out here. Always do, man.
I was
Always.
talking with Josh a little while ago. We're looking to have our 2026 golf tournament
Oh, cool.
in September.
That'd be
I
good.
think the goal is September 30th.
Okay.
That's a Wednesday. Tough part about it is they give you different tee times based off of how many participants you have.
Okay.
So if we don't get to 100, we'll tee off around 12.
Okay.
But if we get to 100, we probably tee off around 9:30. But
Okay.
I think if you guys had some availability, I think it'd be great to try and get out there. Maybe do the 12 to 3
Oh, absolutely.
spot on a hole.
Oh, God,
Or-
yeah.
And I was telling him, are you familiar with Cobblestone?
I've heard of, not familiar with like it
Okay.
itself.
Well, right by the clubhouse,
Mhm.
on the back side of it is the 18 green.
Okay.
So it might be cool to maybe set up
Oh,
right
that'd be
around there,
really
and when
cool.
people kind of come by,
Oh, the
or
turn there.
Yeah, yeah,
that'd be
absolutely.
fantastic. I love that idea.
Tyler could get out there, Terry.
Yes.
yeah, it'd be easier for him to be able to get there, and
Well, that would work. Perfect.
instead of just kind of sitting you guys in a room at Cobblestone,
Yes. I
it's-
agree.
it gets you out and kind of around, and people driving past, and
You get the feel of it.
that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, I mean it's
And that's what
I'll-
that's one thing we like, because we work with Rock and those guys
Mhm.
at Charwood. We do our tournaments, our station
that's
tournaments,
right.
and we set up in the clubhouse, and we were doing